Hello everyone, so today I'm making a really cool tutorial on the MSI GS63VR. Many people say this laptop runs very warm. I want to show everyone that that's not the case. There's a way to get this laptop to run extremely cool. It's true, out of the box it does run a little warm, but the cooling system is actually pretty amazing in this laptop if you know what you're doing. So first of all, the CPU sometimes would go up to like 90 degrees Celsius or so. The first thing to do to fix that is to download this, the Intel Extreme Tuning utility. You want to offset your voltage slowly until you make sure it can run stable at that offset. I offset mine at 0.125 volts. That reduced the CPU temperature by a lot. However, that's not the only fix you could do. You could actually get the GPU and CPU to run even cooler, and I'm gonna show you how. First of all, I'm just gonna offset the CPU, and I'm gonna run a pretty demanding game, which is Rust in this case. It's currently updating. Once it's done updating, I'll launch the game, and I'll show you all what temperatures it's running at before I do the other optimizations. I also wanted to point out that I did a repaste on the CPU and GPU using the Cryonaut, which looks like this, Cryonaut Thermal Grizzly. I'm not endorsed in any way by this company, I just read a lot of good reviews on it. I did a repaste. It reduced the temperature, not by a lot, maybe by around 4 to 5 degrees, but I do recommend the thermal repaste since the factory one did not look that great on this laptop. However, the method I'm showing you in this video will improve the temperatures regardless of whether or not you want to do a thermal repaste on your laptop. And I will show you how significant this is once this game is done updating. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, so Rust is done updating, and I'm gonna run it at 1080p, and fantastic, and I'm just gonna hit play. I'm gonna fire it up. So, as you can see, Rust is loading up. Alright everyone, it's almost done loading, and I'm in the game. I just want to point out this is an IPS panel that I manually upgraded my laptop to, and it's running at a maximum of 60 Hz. So let's take a look right now at the temperatures, and let's see how far they're gonna climb up. I'm just gonna run around. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, I'm running the game at 1080p on fantastic settings, and the temperatures are climbing up. They're going up and up and up. And I discovered that the reason for this is oh great, someone's killing me. Sweet. Welcome to Rust, I guess. Anyways, the temperatures are gonna keep going up non-stop, really. You can see the fans are going off now. I'm just waiting for the temperatures to get as high as they should. So let's give this a few more minutes. Oh wow, he revived me. Thanks for reviving me, man. Anyways, you can see now I'm running at like 75 for the GPU and 68 for the CPU. And keep in mind, this is on fantastic settings. These temperatures are not that terrible. They're actually quite decent. But what if I told you I could improve them way more, even though that's relatively a good temperature, right? So here's what I discovered the issue is. The game is, even at these settings, is running at, as you can see down here, 112 FPS, 88 FPS. It's like fluctuating, but it's always running way over 60 FPS, right? And right now you can see the fans are even kicking higher. And just bear with me in this video. I just want to show you how big of an improvement it is. So I'm sorry if I'm talking a lot. It's just because I'm waiting for the temperatures to go as high as they should, and that takes some time. So I promise it's worth it. But the issue is that because this laptop has an extremely powerful CPU and GPU, it's running this game at a very high FPS, even though what you're seeing with your own eyes is only 60 FPS, since this panel doesn't support more than 60. I know on newer models there are 120 Hz, so this tutorial maybe isn't the best. It would still work for these models though, to be honest with you, but it's best for a model that can't run more than 60 Hz or 60 FPS. I'm just running around the map to show you how high these temperatures are gonna get. And you can see now I'm hitting 78, 71 is really high. So these temperatures again are running at a pretty high FPS. 72 now, 63, 66. It's actually falling because I'm in a bigger part of the map, but it's pretty high. So here's the trick. You're gonna go to and download this program, MSI Afterburner. You're not gonna touch anything here. I'm not gonna downclock the GPU or the memory or any of this. I'm not gonna touch any of this. When you download this program, you're gonna get something called Riva Tuner with it, which is a program that looks like this. And to access it, it is here in the settings. You go to the on-screen display, you do show on-screen display and you set the toggle, and you should be able to see it in the tray. You open this Riva Tuner, right? Its frame limit is set on 0. You don't want it to be 0. 0 means it will let the game run at the maximum possible frames per second. I'm gonna set it to 61. I've played with this a lot, and 60, 61 is fine. Now I'm setting it to 61, right? And I hit enter. I'm gonna respawn back in the game now. Here, I'm running Rust again, right? It's running at 60 FPS. Look at the temperatures climbing down. Look at that. It's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping. You'll be surprised how much this drops. Keep in mind, I'm running the game at 60 FPS. It is running in 1080p, fantastic quality, highest settings, and look how low the temperatures are going. Just watch. The fans on the laptop are switching off from how much it doesn't even need to cool. They're going down at a very low speed now. They're going lower and lower. Look at this. It's running almost 10 degrees cooler, and it's still going even cooler. And yes, this is real. I'm running the game. I'm playing Rust, and look at the temperatures climbing down. I'm playing the game, and all I did was set the maximum FPS on Riva Tuner to not exceed 61. 60 also works, but I found that 61 is the most optimal. Surprisingly, if you put it at like 65, it will climb up to really high temperatures again, but 60 to 61 seemed really optimal. So I believe the reason is because the laptop is really trying to run the game way over the required FPS, and that's why that happened. So I'm running Rust on an ultra thin laptop right now at 64, 63 degrees Celsius on the GPU and 66 degrees 65 on the CPU. It's still getting cooler, and it's just amazing. It's amazing what this laptop can do. Don't listen to people who tell you it doesn't have an effective cooling system. It has a really effective cooling system. It can run games really cool if you know how to modify the settings and tweak them correctly. And all I did was download two programs and just modify two simple settings, And as you can see, I'm running Rust extremely smoothly, extremely cool, and at 61 FPS. Please comment and subscribe and like this video if you want more tips in the future, and enjoy your new laptop. Have a great day. Peanuts out.